we have a few people, so welcome everybody. Today is our member spotlight. So if you haven't been to one before, the aim of the member spotlights is to essentially collaborate. We all have so many skill sets, so many different tools, so many different things that we use in our marketing journey that I'd love to be able to share it with everybody and let everybody else share what they have. And it gives us all a chance to learn something new and share something as well. And as well, you get a chance to practice your presentation skills, essentially, your live skills, all of that kind of stuff. So today we have Jamie Herrick. Jamie and I have worked together for, oh, geez, we're coming up on 2 years, aren't we? Like, holy crap. Doing tech stuff
Yeah.
within the community and just all sorts of stuff. So she's fantastic to work with. Um, and I know she's gonna give us tons of gold nuggets with this AI twin stuff. So if you have any questions, obviously she'll open it up at the end for that, and I will post the replay as well when we're done. So with that being said, hello, Jamie. Thank you, and it's all yours.
Thank you, Nicole. Okay, so I do have notes. I like to keep myself organized because I do tend to go down some rabbit holes, but I will also open up the chat in case you want to put a question there, but I'm not very good at looking over there all the time. And since we don't have like a lot of people, you can always unmute yourself and just, interrupt me. I don't mind. I want this to be fun and casual. So I'm going to share my screen first. So I love to learn a lot of new things. I love to learn. And right now, if you guys can tell that AI is like one of the biggest things going right now. And I saw some people posting about their AI twin. They were making themselves into an AI, and it wasn't like cartoonish and it wasn't over the top. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So some of you have already seen how I have put some of my AI twin creations inside of the community. And so I'm just going to start with where I learned that from. And if you guys, I'm going to show you my digital store first. This is my digital store that I created inside of system.io. Okay, so it houses all of my different products and offers that I have. So right up here at the very top, I have what's called new and trending, and this is called the AI Twin Creator, and it's only $57. There are other courses out there teaching you how to do AI, and one of them I've actually gotten before, and it was almost like $300. So this is a very affordable price to be able to learn how to do this. So this is where you can grab that. And what I'm calling it is the new faceless. There's faceless where you're not putting your face out there at all. But to me, the new faceless is being able to have your AI character twin become the face of your um, social media. Because people still kind of you're gonna make some sales doing faceless, but you're gonna step it up a little bit by actually having your AI twin jump in there and show your face in that manner also. So with this, what it is from the Creative Bag outlet, right? So when you click on that, it's going to take you to a checkout page called the Creative Bag outlet. And you could just purchase there the training, okay? And where that training is inside of a school platform, which everybody loves because it's convenient. And you get a community, you go to the classroom, and this is all the training modules in there that you're going to get with the Creative Bag outlet. Right here is where I learned the AI twin photo shoot class. It's literally just a 25-minute video. It's so simple. But what I also love about this for my $57, I also have all these other modules in here. It's going to give you one for business ideas, how you can take your AI twin knowledge that you have now, how to create one, and how you can make money on that. You can actually create photo shoots for people. You can sell them on Etsy. You can sell B-roll content for other people, or you just use it for yourself. And then there's some other things in here like how to create a couple. She taught how to add her boyfriend into the video, and now there's two of them. You can learn UGC. You can learn how to do a commercial. There's the lip syncing where you add, you talking. There's also some really neat stuff like with quote pages. That's kind of like if you were building a faceless brand, let's say on Instagram, you can make your pictures and your videos with your AI image and just use quotes, inspirational quotes. And so there's training in there on that. There's Etsy, some Canva, and just, I mean, for the $57, you have almost like 23 different modules in there. Okay. So I just wanted to show you exactly where I learned this from and how simple it is. And it's affordable. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start with how we create our twin. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to a program called Crea.ai, and it's this website right here. You do have to pay for it. You have to get a monthly subscription. I But of course, if you just want to create a few photos for yourself to use, get it for 1 month and don't pay for it again. So, what I did was I started out with the $10 plan, and I have already created a lot of pictures and reels and everything with just that $10 plan. Okay. So, I'm going to show you, I got to move everybody around. So, when you log into create, if you can see it here, it's Krea.ai. I'm going to put a link in here because, again, this is another affiliate option that you guys can, if you're using it and sharing it with people, you can actually make an affiliate commission on that. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to put that in the chat. This is the website where you're going to create your AI twin, okay?
And I will have all of Jamie's links when I post the replay in the community as well. So if you don't get it here, it will be with the replay as well.
Great, thank you. And I might as well tell you also that this also has an affiliate program. So for the $57, if you want to share it with other people, and people are going to ask you, I love your AI twin that you've done. How did you do that? You can also become an affiliate for it, and you make 60% of that $57. So if you join, you go into the classroom, you're just going to go to the affiliate module and it will tell you exactly how to get your affiliate set up. Okay. So let's go back to Crea. Now we're going to go to this area right here that says train. So what we're doing is we're training the software to take our photos and create our AI image. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to have 3 to 5 selfies, and tips regarding your selfie. You want to take good pictures with a pretty um, plain background. So I'll show you my new ones that I did right here. Yesterday I got my hair done, so I was like, I'm going to wait and do a whole new set of pictures because I just got my hair done. So I took some pictures in my bedroom of a cream colored plain background because sometimes while it's training the images, the first time I ever did it, I was inside my house, just like in my kitchen, and it took a lot of the picture of the background, and it would kind of like create these weird images. So it's best just to stay with, as you can see, I have 4 pictures right here I just took of my face, clean background, kind of, different head positions, smiling, if you have a smirk that you like, or I did one with my glasses on, most of them with my glasses off. So as you can see, I did different angles, clean background. You go to the image here and you say train image style. And then it's going to ask you upload 3 or more images of your same style face, and you're going to click upload images. Now that's going to take about two to, I mean, sometimes it can take an hour. One of mine took like a couple of hours for it to render. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it's done rendering. You're going to get this little box right here, and this is my most recent rendering. One other thing, when you take your pictures and you like maybe email them to yourself, however you want to do it, you can do it on your phone or you can do it on a computer, but those pictures have to be resaved as a PNG file, not a JPEG. They just will not render if it's a JPEG. And I've done that. I tried to render and it took like 4 hours. And I was like, oh, I forgot to change it to a PNG. Okay. So they do have to be a PNG. This is what it's going to look like. Now, if you'll look over here on this side, what is this? It created some little baby character of me. So there is a learning curve to this. When I first did my very first one, um, it just did not capture me correctly. So I deleted it. So see, I could go in here and I could delete this whole set and I just had to redo it. I just generated the pictures again. So sometimes you have to do that. So right here, since I have all of these and I don't have, and this little kid is in there, I'm going to actually delete this because I don't want them to pull that picture into my thing. And if you'll see over here, I did some examples for Jean. I think she's on the call too. So there we are. They have rendered my pictures, right? Now we've trained the image. Now, right here, this black button right here says use with flux. This is where I'm going to start creating my twin in different scenarios. So I'm going to click on use with flux. Did I do that over there? No. Okay. Okay. So as you see right here, we're going to create images. I can tell that it did take my rendering because my picture is right here. Okay. It's going to create me 5 different photos. Sometimes it's like 4. And then right here, you can change the way your images are. Say you want a square, set of square images. This one, I believe, is kind of like an Instagram setting, and your 916 is your like a TikTok setting. So I just change it to that. Now, this is look familiar. This is like Chat GPT. You're going to describe the image that you want. You're going to describe the scenario that you want, the landscape, everything. You're going to be very detailed in that. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here was my very first one that I ever did. Okay. And what I've done, what I did also was I went to get this right here, I went to Chat GPT and I said, hey, I'm creating an AI twin and I want you to create me a prompt that I can put into Crea.ai. So I asked GPT to create the prompt for me, and it would ask me some questions. I would answer them, and then it came up with a prompt for me. Okay, so when you're reading over here, this a confident, casually stylish woman in her early 30s. Okay, later on, I changed that because I'm 55. I said in her 50s on a laptop, sunlit coffee shop, whatever. Okay, so this was my very first rendering. See how it took my house back there? It didn't put me in a coffee shop, it took me in my house. So I knew that I needed to change my pictures to not be able to show that background. But here's the very first renderings I had. My head's too big here. I'm not going to use that one. I look a little too skinny here for my liking. My hair's shorter here. This one, I might use this one. I don't know, but I didn't like the background, right? So I didn't like that. I wouldn't keep this set. So I tried it again. Got a few more pictures, right? My hair is short here. They put me in some of my pictures with the bangs. So, oh, here we go. Now I changed it to I'm in my 50s, and I kind of changed the sentences to be more like period sentence, period sentence. I'm like, okay, I'm getting closer here, but it still has the background of my house, which is okay. I mean, I could use that background. This picture right here, my head's way too like forward. I would definitely use this picture. I think this is a cute picture. And you guys, I mean, what do you think? It doesn't look too cartoonish. To me, that looks like something I would take for Facebook or my friends with a filter on it. It's not too out of this world. So then I kept on because I didn't quite get that background coffee shop. Now, looky here. This is totally a different picture. These people do not look like, you know, I kind of laughed at some of these. I was like, oh, look at this hairdo. Now I know what I'd look like with some of these haircuts. Um, So anyway, I got a little bit closer right here with the coffee shop in the background. I like this picture actually. Um, it makes my hair look short, but I would use that picture. Okay, so here is where I got my perfect picture. To me, this was the picture I love. See, this is a little crazy, looking down. My head looks weird here. This is where I got my perfect picture. I use this picture for my Facebook profile. I created my Facebook cover with this. I actually put this on my legacy capture page. Let me show y'all. Daily. I gotta get my own. There we go. Can y'all see my screen? See how I took that picture? I love this picture and I used it as my branding on my capture page. I just did this blur thing in Canva and added my name. So that's when I got really excited. I was like, oh, this is really neat. I love this picture. Okay, so as I learned how to do the prompts, I'll give you a tip. For a little while, I started with my own prompts, like thinking of things like, okay, I knew I wanted to be in a coffee shop. I think that's cool. Then I did one where I was like, let's see what would happen if I was typing at a computer. Because you know how you see these reels where they're always typing on the computer and they have the text on the screen. So I was like, oh, let me see what could happen if I did that. Well, so I came up with, the female entrepreneur sitting, she's typing with purpose, glasses, messy bun. Now, as you can see, some of these pictures, look at the messy bun. The messy bun is on top of my perfectly sculpted hair. So no, that didn't work out too well. Neither did this one. I mean, this one I might be able to get away with. But then I finally got this one. I was like, okay, that looks like me. I like how the sunlight's coming in. That's really cool. So I did use this one. I actually put this one in a TikTok reel right here. Can y'all see this? See, look in the background. Well, first I'll have to tell you, I made it into a video reel, but it could have been just a picture. And I put the text on screen and a sound to it. So that's how I used my first AI twin picture for content. So again, I tried it again. I was like, I think this one's good enough. And I like this one too. So if I want to go back and do some more, I probably will create some more with this. Then I was like, okay, I like a woman on the beach walking down okay, guys, look, they put me in a crop top. I was like, no, that's not me. That's the beauty of this. If you see a lot of people doing this online, some of them are like really glammed out and, they look like it's the luxury vibe and they're the hot girl walking off the airplane or getting in the, hot car. That's not me. I'm not going to be creating this type of things. I was like, okay, yes, I would love to look like that, but no, they didn't quite get it right. So I changed it and I said, "Oh no, put me in the flowy linen pants, but I want to be in like an oversized sweater or shirt." So there it got me a little bit more my style, right? I love these. Every single one of these I would use as a picture in on social media. So this was my favorite one that I liked because I'm looking at the camera. So all you're doing is you're telling it exactly what you want to see. I wanted to see barefoot, hair blowing in the breeze. I'm holding my phone. Um, it's moody, it's cinematic lighting, the ocean's in the background. You just have to be very specific with what you want. Um, and then I did one walking in the park, you know, business attire. See, my aesthetic is very, I like earth tones. So I do a lot of like these colors. This is one of my favorite ones here. I like that one the most. This one, I look a little weird. So I probably, my head's a little small for my body. So I probably wouldn't use that one. I really like this one too, although, I don't really do that low cut, whatever. Okay, and then I said, I always like the athletic wear. You guys, would I not die for those legs? But that's not me. I'm not going to use pictures that are not kind of like what I really look like. You can, by all means, if let's say you're creating a faceless brand and this is the girl that you want to show up for, that's fine. You could do that because you're faceless. You're not the face of the brand. You could create a whole new character that does all your marketing for you. I mean, hello, maybe I'll work towards that, but I said no, let's get a little bit more my style. So we got some new renderings. This one, no, that's not right. My head's above that, so we're not going to use that one. What I ended up using was this one right here. Okay. So what I'll show you what I did was I take this picture. I love this picture. Can you see down here at the bottom? You can turn this into a video. All you have to do is click the video. You don't even have to create. Now, in the program, in the training, you can go to video and you're going to train a video style. Okay. That is another section that you can do that with. But if you just want something quick, then you're just going to go to the image that you like and you're going to click on video and it's going to render a video for you. Now, where that is, where I have that, let me, I think it downloads it. I think I downloaded it and I'll show you what I did with it. So all I did was click on video. It rendered it and it'll do different things. You don't really have to tell it what you want it to do. Here's where I created a video. See, it's just me moving my hand and kind of talking. So I just created a reel with it with text and a sound. Are y'all thinking that's kind of cool? All right. So then I did beachside. Again, I die for those legs. I don't, I think what I did with some of these was like if I was going to use the beach one, I think I cropped it to where my legs weren't showing. It just had it on my, but I would probably use this picture and I would just crop out my legs because that's just not me. But you guys get the idea, right? So I'm going to show you one more. Okay, so this is where you can come up with stuff on your own, right? You probably just already have some ideas of like, oh, I'd love to see me in this setting. Well, I'm not that creative sometimes until I get in the flow of things, until I start learning them, and then I can come up with ideas. So, what I did was I would start seeing things on social media, on Facebook, different ads or commercials or other people. And I saw one of this lady sitting on a balcony with a laptop on her lap and her words were on the screen. I was like, I wonder if I could recreate that. So that's what I did. I went in here and I told it exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see myself on a balcony working on my laptop, looking out with the sun, whatever. I mean, look at that. That's kind of cool. Now, this one right here, I've used, but I've cropped it because this leg is not right. Her toe is on the wrong. I've seen some pictures where they've got a third leg or a second arm. Um, this one, that's not my face, so I'm not going to use that. I would just delete that one. But I didn't kind of like this one either because if you look closely right here on my face, it doesn't look right. So what I got was this one. I really like this one. But I could keep like I could just go down here and describe a new image. That's how easy it is. So again, all you're doing is uploading videos, having a set to work with, and you're either using it to create images, which will create a video, or you go into the video mode and start creating videos. I did do some for Jean, and she told me what she wanted to be, in a setting in the woods with her ranger hat. We changed the color of the shirt. We just kept refining whatever we wanted. So there again, if you learn how to do this and you can perfect it, you can actually do this for people and either charge them a fee or add it as a bonus to somebody who might be working with you or wanting to join your program with you. Now, I did a couple new ones once I got my hair done. And guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Again, I told you I don't look in the chat. I'm bad about that. Okay. How do you do a video reel with photo? Jean, yep. I saw you shake your head like now because I just showed that. Okay, good. So I got my hair done yesterday. So I was like, let me come in here and take some new photos and do some new prompts. Now, this prompt right here was rendered, and I was like, yeah, I look too young, I look too skinny. That is not me. No, no, no. I look like a 12-year-old. So I changed it and I said, I'm 55, approximately 155 pounds. No, I don't weigh that. Um, and so I got a little bit closer to what I would like. Still a little too youngish looking there. I like this one. Not me, really. So I was like, oh, it did a brown blazer. I wanted the black blazer because I saw another picture online. I was like, oh, I see this person in this outfit with this cool looking courtyard behind them. And I said, let me see if I can mimic that. So I love this outfit. It's a little funny on the face. I like that one a little better, a little skinny. I really like this one. So now I can take this picture and I have a new piece of, I can do this with a picture on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, put some text over screen. And as you notice, when I put text over the screen, you don't really see my AI person that much, right? I'm kind of hidden. And really, with the AI pictures, people are kind of stopping and looking at those because they do draw a little bit of like, what's that? That's interesting. What are they doing? So here's something else I did with a let me show you. Let me go back. Where is that one? Where is that one, guys? I skipped one. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's in the videos. Let me go find where that's at. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay, I'm gonna move on because I don't know where it's at. Um, but what I was wanted to show you was how I did another video. Have you guys seen this song on social media, the Nice to Meet You song? I did a video of me sipping the coffee because everybody was like taking coffee and acting like they're handing it to somebody, like nice to meet you. And that's what I did. I just did a coffee. Sorry, my computer's freezing up. I don't know why it does that. All right, so we'll go. Let's say I'm going to do I'll show you. I'm afraid that if I show you how to do a video, though, it's going to maybe take too long. But if you take a picture and you render a video for it, we'll see if it'll do it. Okay. Oh, it went to, oh, here's my videos, I think. Yeah, here's my videos. This is where I trained. I went to train and I went to video and I trained the videos and I told it what to do. I put in that one and that's how it made my video of me typing. And then I did the woman in the garden. Here's the one where I'm sipping coffee and it looks like I'm handing it to somebody or putting it down. And that's when I took that video, I downloaded it to my computer, and then I put it on TikTok as the Nice to Meet You song. See? So I didn't have to get up that day, make a cup of coffee, get myself prepared, and do this viral TikTok. I got like 608 views on that. Let's see. I did one with arranging some flowers. It's kind of, I'm like, I'm not wild about my face looking kind of younger like that, but I'm going to put text on screen. So I'm probably going to like not even worry about that because the text is going to kind of hide me anyway, right? This is the woman walking. I turned her into a video walking on the beach. I did one in a bookstore. Oh, I didn't like this one, so I created a new one. See, she was too athletic for me. I don't wear this kind of stuff. I mean, I would use it because it doesn't matter. You can't overthink this stuff. But I put her more in a boho look because I like boho stuff. And so the software just created this for me. And I'll show you again. I went to TikTok and I made a reel. I just put the, text on screen and added the sound. Let's see. Oh, and this was my latest one. So I'm scrolling through TikTok. I see on my For You page, this lady shows up. She's on her couch. She's working, takes a sip of coffee, puts it back down. She has text on screen with a sound. I said, let me see if I can recreate this video. I put in what I wanted. I'm sitting cross-legged on a large tan chase lounge with a white blanket over my legs. You got to be very specific about what you want. This was what was in her video. I'm typing on my laptop. I look up, I grab my coffee, set it on the type, set it back down, and I start typing again. This is what it came up with. I'll show you what it came up with the first time. Look at my floating coffee cup. It changed the cup and it's floating. That didn't work. So I was like, okay, I need to be a little bit more specific in my prompt. So I redid it, made sure I made sentences, and that's what I got. I was like, that's pretty cool. And all of these videos end up being about 5 seconds long. So here's the one I did for that. And guys, I just modeled after her I saved her video and I modeled the same wording and the same song. So I literally created a reel off of an AI twin video, modeled the text on screen, and I used the sound. And the reason I did that is because her video showed up on my For You page. So obviously that's being pushed out. So until this is can be a good strategy because what I wanted to do is I wanted to keep feeding the algorithm of TikTok by posting daily without me having to show up and go, I don't feel like it today. Because TikTok wants you to put a video out at least one every day to feed it, to keep it going. So I can do this while I'm kind of getting myself prepared to do talking videos or my batch creation or whatever. So that's just some ways on how you can use um how you can use all these pictures and these photos, and you're just generating it all on create.ai. So, real quick, inside of the Creative Bag Outlet, she has some chat bots. That's the big thing now, too. Everybody's creating their own chat bot to put inside your chat GPT. She's done that. The affiliate twin outlet. This is a chat bot. When you click on this link and you go to your chat GPT, sorry guys, right here. And you go to your chat GPT over here on the side, you can add different types of chat bots. And what that means is that people are creating a more experience. I don't even can't think of the word for it, but it's kind of tailored to this particular situation. I'll come up with the words later. So it added it, and what it does is it's the creative shot outlet. This is where I can go and ask the prompts. Make me a prompt of my AI twin with a futuristic streetwear look in Tokyo at night, right? That was just an example she put in there. And you're going to see that your chat is going to ask you for certain things. Well, I let it create some prompts for me, but I don't get too detailed into all this because to me this is overwhelming. I want to keep it simple. So let's see if I did some do, do, do. Let's go up here. No, that was for a different one. Oh, okay, here we go. Twin prompt videos. Oh, here we go. So when I uploaded a picture the first time and it took my features and then I wanted it to create me 5 video prompts and it created me one for the drinking coffee in the Boho Cafe garden. This is what it told me to put. I took this prompt and I put it over here. Remember, I put it over here in the image section and it, you know, that's where I got my prompts right here was from asking ChatGPT to give me a very detailed prompt. Okay. I did one with putting lipstick on in a vanity. I didn't like it, so I didn't use it. But here's the one of me putting the flowers in the vase. Um, I think I did pouring. I did this one pouring a drink. Like I was at this party with a table behind me and I was pouring a drink, but my guests that were sitting at the table all looked like me. So I couldn't use that. I was like, that's weird. But here's me flipping through the book at a cozy bookstore. Okay. So you get the idea. I'm asking ChatGPT to come up with some great prompts for me to use in my prompt section of creating my images. Do I have to use those? I don't. If I want to, I can just, the chat GPT is down here. I can create it myself. I can just type in whatever I want the scenario to be. But you want to be very specific. So I wanted to get a little, after I created all of these, I was like, let's get fancy and see what I can do with this. Because I saw this on somebody else's page. So I wanted to get whimsical. And here's what's really cool. People are starting to use this AI, the image of themselves, and they're merging it with like the Dolly or the Mid Journey that Nicole is teaching. So you can get your face, your image, and start getting very creative with like how this Mid Journey and Dolly, really mystical, cool stuff. I'm not a creative type like that. I mean, I'm learning, but you get the idea here how cool you can start getting some things. It took me several times to get, my image right, what I really wanted. I started getting a little bit closer. This isn't the kind of stuff that I would use for myself, but as I learn it, I might be using it for people who ask me, can you create me something mystical and, magical feel to it? So I took a different direction and I did the moonlight one. And then I was like, okay, ding, ding, ding. I love this one. So that's just giving you some ideas of how creative and how far you can go with all this stuff. Um, Now, I just wanted to show you a couple pictures of how other people that I saw on Facebook that are using this. We all know Marianne. Most people know Marianne in Legacy. She has the twin bot. She made herself on the beach with a coffee and she put some text over her picture. And this is a post that she put on Facebook. This is Barbara. She's in Legacy. She has it. She used her AI twin picture on Facebook and she created a whole post, about her business. She didn't have to show up for that day. This is her AI twin. This is how people are using their twin to create content. This is Kelsey. I follow her a lot with a lot of content creation. She's who I actually bought it from because I saw her post in her videos. This is her AI twin. This is the scenario that she created. She hit like 100K. So she told the prompt to create this picture for her. She's not in this city. She's not really holding up the balloons. Her AI twin is, but it created a whole post for her. Of course, she had to create it, but she was able to just grab that picture and post. All right. So I'm going to ask if anybody has any questions if you want to, turn your speaker on while I look at my notes. We talked about videos. Yeah. But that's how easy it is, you guys. I mean, literally, I've actually even shown you what you can do, the steps, without you even having to buy a program to teach you how to do it. You're basically going to this website, uploading pictures, whether it's an image or in the video section, and training it. And then you're using the little black buttons here, right? This is the video one, use with Juan. Juan is when I'm creating, this is my subset for creating videos, or Flux is for creating the images. And then all you're doing is taking these images and describing the scenario you want them in and clicking generate. And you're either saving it to your phone, saving it to your computer, uploading them to your social media. Super, super simple. And then, of course,
So
you can get better at, go ahead.
I have a question. Yeah, once you get you're kind of more fluent at it because you've worked through some of this. So how long does it take you to do a post in that scenario now about?
Oh, yeah. Now, so let's take a picture. Say I wanted this picture. I'm going to download it. You organize the way that you need to be organized. I have a folder called my AI twin, right? Okay, so what I did is I took the pictures that I like and I created a folder called AI twin. These are all my pictures. And I think I even saved even the video. When I make a picture or when I make a video, I download it. Okay. I like to work on my computer more than I do my phone. So we'll just first, we're going to go to, so now I have everything saved here. I wake up and I need to create a Facebook post today. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a post. This is just going to be a picture post, right? Go into my folder and I'm going to pick a picture and then I'm going to type my long, you know, text I want people to know about, whether I'm selling the AI twin course or I just want to help you learn how to make money online. Go to my link in bio or go to my store. Or if I'm promoting Legacy, I might direct them straight to Legacy. Boom, post. That was 2 seconds. You know, it takes longer to create the content words that you need, right?
Mhm.
So there's that. Again, you can do that on so if you want to do your phone, like you want to do the TikTok picture, it's easier to do that on your phone, right? So I had to learn. Um, you can, for me, I have two Facebook profiles, so I'm able to go to my um chat right here, and I have a personal Facebook page. Maybe you have a friend or a family member or you have another Facebook profile. That's how I share. I will go right here and I will send myself my videos or my picture. Um, so this was the B-roll for me waving. I'm going to send that to myself and then I'm going to grab it off my phone. It's going to download to my photos, and then I'm going to go to TikTok and I'm going to upload that video and create a reel.
Mhm.
So, however much time it takes is kind of, relevant to how proficient you are in creating reels. It takes me a little time to create a reel still. I'm not that great at it yet. But yeah, I would just send it to myself, and then I go into my Facebook on my phone, my messenger, and I grab that video and again download it to my phone, and now I'm ready to upload it to my TikTok and create a reel or a Facebook reel. Let's see if I created one. If I go to my thing, I created a reel on Facebook, and I think I'm not real good at doing those, but if you go to your reels and you create a reel, I can do this on my computer because I can add the video right here. And here's all my videos. And I would just open that. I think the reason that I don't create a reel on I can't put text on screen unless I'm on my phone. I can describe my reel. I can put the description in there that's going to go underneath it, like the captions. But if I really wanted to have text on screen, I think I had to create it on my phone or I created it on TikTok and then I uploaded it to Facebook. I
Okay.
don't know if you guys have noticed this, but this happens for me whenever I create a TikTok video now. Did you know that it downloads to your phone without a TikTok watermark? Yeah, so now you could actually take that from your phone. So do it in TikTok first, let it download to your phone, take that video and upload it to your other social medias, your Instagram and your Facebook reels. And then that way you have the text on screen already.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Anything else?
Can you make the video more than 5 seconds?
That's, you know what? I just asked that question to myself yesterday and I wrote that down to be like, oh, I wonder if I can do it more than I don't know that answer yet. Oh, but what you could do is if you wanted, I don't know about each video, but if you did want a longer video, you could always put two videos together inside of TikTok, you know? You could transition from one scene to a next scene. But you know what?
I've seen people doing videos on Canva. I wonder if you could bring it over to Canva and stretch it on Canva or something.
When people ask me questions, I always like, I don't know, Google will know. Yes, it allows you to create longer than 5 seconds, 10 seconds. So that'd be something I'd have to sit down and like read about and learn how to do.
Thank you.
Because there's other people here that would teach me how to do that. And I probably would go into my community here in the creative bag and I would probably pose that question. And I probably would not be surprised if Jayla's the one that created this community and the training. I wouldn't doubt if she made a video on how we do that. She's always uploading all kinds of stuff. Just like um she just did a prompt for how to create this the people on the cloud, the cartoony one. And then this is a lot of people are showing up right now with the crochet AI of yourself. So all kinds of cute little things you can do. And yeah, it's one of those things where I mean, I don't know if it's gonna like make or break, you know, your business, but it's just keeping up with the trends and it causes attention. Like if you took that picture of like the crochet and did something with that, I can guarantee you that people are gonna probably stop the scroll somewhere, whether you're Facebook or your TikTok, because it's an interesting image and it's different than, you know, the same old, same old.
Yeah.
And some of, you know, there's a lot of creative people out in this world. They'll take something like that and just run with it. This is, you know, a lot of people show their twins that they've created. Um, here's some, I mean, you can do the luxury. I don't even know what you call that. You know, the women who are like wearing the really fancy suits and just, you know, look like that bad A boss bee, you know? You can tell it to give you that look. You can be in business attire, you can be sexy, you can be whatever you want to be. Me, I'm the, you know, I'm the retired coffee mom. Anything else, you guys?
That is all just so fascinating.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Now it's time to get playing.
Right?
Yeah. Yes. It's
Get
so
some
much fun
pictures
to play.
done.
I know, I just love looking at everybody's pictures. You know, you can see some of these look a little bit more um cartoony, but you know, that's what they like. You can be whoever you want to be. I
And I
really
will
didn't
be,
think I was
guys.
going to talk for a whole hour.
Yeah. She's like, oh, it'll be short. It's like,
I
okay,
was like, oh
Jamie,
my God,
sure.
it takes like five, because it really only takes like a few, less than an hour to start creating all these images, and then you're just ready to go create content.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, guys, as soon as I start digging into this stuff, I will be putting up posts and sharing what I learned too. So
Awesome.
it'll all be in the community.
Yeah, and I'll share with you guys inside of the community prompts. If I come across prompts that I feel like did a good job, and then you can take those prompts and tweak them yourself. But it really is just a trial and error thing. You really have to just get in there and tweak them. I noticed that if I do like a run-on sentence with just a lot of commas, it doesn't quite get what I'm looking for. So I've learned to make short sentences with periods, like old school typing out sentences.
And with any AI prompt, anytime you're doing chat, the more detail you give it, the better your outcome is going to be. So that's
Yeah,
just,
definitely.
yeah, with any of these prompts, it all is actually comes back to ChatGPT, like all of these programs. The base is ChatGPT. So it's, yeah, it's crazy how it all comes together. But
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, I will put this replay into the member spotlight section of the classroom. Jamie can add her links there. If you guys have any questions for Jamie, obviously you can find her in my community. She's in the DGC community. She's everywhere. And if there's anything else, if there isn't anything else, thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank
And we
you.
will see you all next time. Have a good day.
Okay. Thank
Thank you
you.
guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.